Welcome back, chess fans. In this video, an exciting foray into opposite side castling that you can see on the right side. Why am I focusing on that? Well, like everyone else, I'm trying to win rating points. So if you're trying to improve your chess, this is the way to go. So I'm gonna explore the theme of opposite castling in many games I played. In this game, e4, e6, I'm playing white against a player rated 2,554 points, almost 2,600 rating. And I play queen e2, my pet variations, and here we continue the game. And on move 9, I play long castle, my opponent plays short castle. So, number one, when you play this kind of setup, this is less well known than playing the kings on the same wing. So your opponent has less experience in that. Number two, king safety is so important. My king on c1 will be much safer than the king on g8. Let's see why. I play g4 going for the attack, and my opponent says, well, show me what you got, and picks up the pawn. I'm more than happy to give up the pawn because number one, the knight went to g4, not g3, but went to g4, and then went back to f6, waste of time. Meanwhile, my rook on g1 is threatening the king on g8, so we have an open file. This is good for me. Now, the game goes on, we exchange a few pieces, and we can see that black is trying to hide the king in a corner. I'm also trying to hide the king so that there's no check on g5 or stuff like that. But make no mistakes, the white king is in better spot than the black king. That's what it's all about. And here, this is white to play. And in this position, I play a good move, which is rook h3. Look at my bishop on b2. It's really having a lot of impact on the long diagonal. And now I'm combining with a rook on h3, trying to target the king, and if my queen were to come here, that would be very, very good for me. So black play f5, trying to stop my attack. I give a check, take, and I won the game because on h5, I took here and black resigned. If we go with the variations, the king has to go back to g8, queen h8, defended by the bishop, king f7, and we have a beautiful checkmate. The power of the bishop on b2 combined with the queen, and the king is checkmated. Now, a better move would have been to take on g5. I would have played rook g3, and after queen e7, there's an easy win. We take and play queen g2. The double attack, attacking there, attacking here. And if the rook has to move, we're taking on g6, rook g8 is the only move, and now rook g1. Look at this. Yes, I lost a pawn on g4 early on, but I have the triple stack there. And combined with my super bishop on b2, there's nothing that black can do here to save the game. And let's see another example. And here I'm also playing online against the Perks defense. Now I'm gonna go quickly with the opening. And here I decided to take with a g pawn. You get the idea. Rook g1, attacking on g5. Sounds familiar, right? But in this game I'm playing a player rated 2405, above 2400, so I have to be careful. And here my opponent had a chance to exchange the queens. But I would have played like that, followed by f3, and I do like this endgame for white. But black decided to play queen a5, and I can see why, right? There are some ideas of attacking my own king. So remember, king safety is very important. Rook fd8, queen c1. Now the game goes on, and here I decided to play a good move, which is bishop g4. I definitely want to exchange the bishops that will weaken the black king. Black says no thank you, I play f4. And here, if black were to move the knight, I would definitely exchange, followed by f5 with a very strong attack for me. So my opponent surprised me and sacked the rook, like they do in the Gotham chess videos, I suppose. And here, hit me with knight f3. And my opponent definitely is not trying to play gentle, but trying to attack me also. So in this game, I showcase the difference. And here, instead of taking the knight, I said hello to the queen. The queen is attacked. And here, yes, I could take the bishop. But my opponent had calculated bishop takes c3 with a complicated position. Instead, I play rook b4, attacking the queen. The queen went to f2, and did I take the knight? Not yet. Rook f1. Look at this. And now I'm threatening the queen. My opponent took on c3. I took the queen. Give me a check. I went here. Black took. I took. I'm up a queen for a knight. Not enough attack for black. And black resigned. On to the next game. So in this position, I'm going to show the classic attack for white against the Sicilian defense. Here, it's a Taimanov-Paulsen system with black. And on move 10, what did I do? Long castle. Now, of course, the plan is to play g4, g5. You will know that black hasn't castled yet. Still, in this position, black doesn't want to castle because if I castle, I will certainly push and go for the attack. So knight a5, and here I could have moved and win on the spot. Feel free to stop the video. I didn't play that, but if I played that move followed by bishop b6, the queen would have gone to b4. And what I missed is that little move a3 is capturing the queen. The queen has nowhere to go. So I missed this instant win, but this game is very instructive, so I will go on. Now I'm threatening g7, and you will see in my games I try to put the bishop on d4. That's a great spot for my bishop. So this is a pro tip for you. And now the game goes on. I'm chopping off the knight, playing f5. And the beauty is my king is safe and I'm attacking, and the black king is in danger. Bishop c4, beautiful long diagonal here. Queen f4, f6. I'm chopping here. Queen g6 defending f7, h5. And here I go for the kill. g6. This is too strong. I am going in. Yes, black is taking my rook. What happened in the game? I gave a check. King goes there. And now on move 30th, I played h6. Black resigned because if you go here, I can simply play queen f6 checks or even g7. Everything wins here. And if you don't move the queen, you don't have any attack against my king. You only capture a rook. I'm going to take here and finish off in style. So once again, classic long castle versus short castle. And I managed to go through. Let's see another game. So in this one, we're going to go with our Petrov defense. So here, of course, a normal way to play would be to play d4, d5, bishop g3, bishop e7, I castle, she castles, and then we have a classic same side castling. That's not what I did in the game. So if I want to play long castle, I need to develop these pieces, right? And this is how I did it in that game. Alright, getting ready. And now I play long castle. My opponent is rated 2534. So clearly no beginner playing with the black pieces. but we go on, and here we exchange a few pieces. This is not an important part of the game, and over here my opponent thought that it was out of the woods. We exchanged a lot of pieces, and I'm not close to the black king yet. So now I play bishop e3, and here my opponent should have played queen e4, or maybe a6, but went with h5. That was uncalled for, so I play rook g1, and now queen e4 trying to play the end game. I say no thank you, and my opponent grabbed the pawn. Now feel free to pause the video, but I've shown you many games so far. So what did I play here? Just like in the other game, rook g1, because when the queen moves, I am targeting the king. Now, am I winning here? Yes, I am targeting g7, but my opponent is no 4, playing queen f6, and the game still goes on. So now, this is the critical moment. What is the idea of queen h3? Where the idea would be to do rook h1. Now, black should have played queen e6. I would have played queen h2, and on b5, I would have played rook h1. And because the h file is open, I'm threatening queen h8. King f8 would be the move, but I can still go there, come here, with a very complex game and some chances for me. Instead, my opponent says, well, I'm going to play g6, so that if you play rook h1, then the queen controls the dark squares. What my opponent missed is queen c8 check, queen move back, I'm getting a pawn, 9 moves, getting another pawns, queen moves, and I put my bishop on d4. By now, rook g1, bishop d4, this is what you should remember in this video, because if the rook were to go to e8, I play rook h1, and now black is in big trouble. So my opponent, 2534, saw that and played rook h5 to prevent me from winning easily. That's okay. Queen e2, rook h2, queen e7, trying to come to f6, knight c6, trying to chop my bishop, because if I play queen f6 now, boom, that would be the position. But in here, this is why to play. How did I finish this one off? And the answer is rook takes g6 checks, black resign, because on that I have a nice checkmate. And if you take the rook, I checkmate on g7 with the power of the bishop on d4 and my queen on g7, checkmate. So once again, we've seen a completely different opening, same idea, and I won fairly easily. And to finish it off, I will show you very briefly an Italian game, and that's gonna go very quick. And here, of course, I could just go with a normal plan to play short castle, and we have a game, right? I do that, they take, I take, and I don't know, bishop b7 or queen e7, and we have a game. Instead, I decided to play g4. Now, this is more aggressive, obviously. My knight is trying to go to f5. I play knight c4 first, and here my opponent panicked. He should have played a6 and bishop e7. Instead, he tried to block me on the king side. I move my knight, and here I play h4. Now, you may say, your king here hasn't castled yet, but I need to develop my bishop. But right now, I'm busy playing on the g file, right? So now I move my bishop, and I move 21, I play long castle. Now we have our long castle versus short castle, but look how much I have opened the king side. This is an open file. This is an open file. It's pretty clear to me that I have an edge here. On top of that, my rook is attacking this knight. So black doesn't have the time to open up and counterattack. So knight c5 played. I take, and here rook h1, right? And I'm targeting h6. Queen g7 played, and here I played the nice move, rook g6, nothing crazy, but if the queen moves, you're gonna chop over here with checkmate. Let me demonstrate. This will be another checkmate, and if you don't move the queen, I'm gonna take, or if you take, I have a queen. For a rook, my opponent is confident I'm gonna convert and resign. So once again, showing you that in many ways, you can play long castle versus short castle. It doesn't matter if black plays c5, e5, e6, d6. No matter what, with one e4, you can play for a win ambitiously. I hope you enjoyed this video and the tips. That was fairly long, but please leave a comment, a like. Let me know if you're gonna try these, and I'll see you in the next one.